To make it like two of them, putting it together. You want to know what I'm doing, right? I'm putting Ambassador Joseph Walker and the American picture here, and put it here, and hold it back. Face close. I'll be looking for tomorrow.
Every day, there are issues happening around us that tend to shape the destiny of our country and our lives. How well are you abreast with those issues and their impacts? Join Insight Library on Care 95.9 FM, an early evening, informative and interactive, thought-provoking and stimulating political talk show that digs deep into the political, social, economic, and developmental issues and unpack them for you with accurate, balanced, and credible analysis as well as reports from across the counties. It's Insight Library with your host, Morris Desmond from Mondays to Fridays, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Care 95.9 FM. You dare not miss it. Every day, there are issues happening around us that tend to shape the destiny of our country and our lives. How well are you abreast with those issues and their impacts? Join Insight Library on Care 95.9 FM, an early evening, informative and interactive, thought-provoking and stimulating political talk show that digs deep into the political, social, economic, and developmental issues and unpack them for you with accurate, balanced, and credible analysis as well as reports from across the counties. It's Insight Library with your host, Morris Desmond from Mondays to Fridays, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Care 95.9 FM. You dare not miss it.
Another great day, another day to talk about country Liberia. We've come with excitement. We've come with great pleasure and to talk about the issues that matter to Liberia. What a great day it is for us to continue to talk about the issues that really do matter to Liberia. And we've come to talk. We will never go back to the butchers because that is the last resolve we may have. And when people go back to the butchers, you know what happens. So we're not going to encourage that. But again, folks, welcome to it. It's one of Liberia's biggest on radio at about this time. And it's called Inside Liberia on Kia Radio 95.9. And today we have open discussions on the economy, on the well-being of Liberians, different issues from different sectors. But we encourage you to be a part of it. It's a wonderful day. Today is the 4th day of the month of February and the year is 2025. My name is Morris Desmond, and of course, Calvin will join me here later on. Yeah, so Calvin will join me here later. And together we're going to drive you through the Tuesday's edition of the program Inside Liberia on Kia Radio 95.9. From a heart of UN Drive in Central Monrovia, right around the Raritan Market, beaming live from the nation's capital, Monrovia. Too many things to unpack, too many things to rumble through this afternoon. Let me give you a lineup of what's going to happen here. So right about this time, we will talk to you about the issues that I would think Kia Humanitarian Foundation, but we'll go around the world. First, take bits and pieces of news for you. We'll go to we'll go around the world to take bits and pieces of news for you, and we'll come back. We'll come and talk about the Kia Humanitarian Foundation. Then we'll narrow down and talk about the issues that matter to Liberia. And I know you can't wait to talk about those issues. Join us now, and let's talk about all of the issues right here. Like I said, my name is Morris Desmond Brown, of course. My apology for not being here yesterday. It's not that well, but I'm okay now. And we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And I'm here. And I'm not going to be alone. Calvin Gray will join me. And we can talk about the issues that matter. Yeah. Yeah, so join us now. Those of you watching live on our live Facebook feed, on Kia Network, maybe you are on YouTube, maybe you are a YouTuber. If you are a YouTuber or a YouTuber, thanks for joining us on YouTube as well. Those of you who are from the Facebook background, streaming us live on Facebook is on Kia Network. So join us, man. Join us and share the video. Leave your comments right on our live Facebook feed. We'll read them out for you. Right here. We will definitely read them. Yeah. It is wonderful to be here. But thanks for joining us. And of course, we can go here to talk, to give you bits and pieces of the news around the world. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Where are you? Let's go. Let's do it.
As well as
Sorry. We can do this. Let's continue to play the theme song while we find that. Okay, let's go here. Going around the world to take bits and pieces of news for you. Those of you who are watching us live, leave your comments on our live Facebook feed. Please tell us where you're watching us from so we can recognize you. If you are watching from your business center, include your business center. Yeah. And of course, we will call your business center name. Yeah, so if you're joining us live on our Facebook feed, leave your comments there. Let's run for some of the big news in the world. And just to enlighten you, the BBC is reporting earlier today there was a shooting incident on a campus in Sweden. So our hearts are with the people with the Swedish people. We have the Swedish embassy in Liberia. They've been very much supportive in all of the work of Liberia, and so our hearts are with the people of Sweden. So with the random news today, let's go to Nigeria and see what is happening there. Africa's superpower. Yeah, let's go there and see what is happening there. And of course, we will do just that. So the BBC is reporting that five persons have been sentenced to death in Nigeria over witchcraft murder. 5 men have been sentenced to death by hanging in Nigeria in the state of Kano for the 2023 murder of a woman they accused of witchcraft. The convicted men attacked Dahari Abubakar in her age 67 as she was working on her farm, beating and stabbing her to death. Ms. Abubakar family went to the authorities and the suspects were swiftly arrested in a village around 45 kilometers, and 45 kilometers is around 28 miles from Kano, the largest city in northern Nigeria. The case gained attention across the country and raised discussion over how people in rural areas continue to be murdered following witchcraft accusations. The one who make the claims without any proof believe that those they have accused are responsible for either a death of a family member, sickness, or misfortune. Imagine if everybody would just accuse somebody and say, the person of witchcraft, and somebody just drum in the person, just beat them. Or instead kill them. Giving this ruling, Judge Usman Nambia said the prosecution has proven its case against the five beyond reasonable doubt. The prosecutor, Abba Surandiki, said that they hope the judgment will deter others from making wrongful accusations and then taking matters into their own hands. The court heard that the victims was murdered after the sick wife of one of the accused had a dream that she was being pursued by Miss Abubakar, who was holding a knife in her dream. There have been similar cases like that, but this is the first time we are seeing up to 5 people sentenced to death by hanging or wrongful witchcraft accusation, Mr. Soronandiki told the BBC. But why would people just accuse someone and say the person is a witchcraft and everybody just go there, to wrongfully beat the person and wound the person? That is actually out of hand. That's mob violence. It should not take place in Africa. It should not take place anywhere around the world. Now let's go to Sweden and take that story that I earlier on talked about. 5 people shot at the education center in Sweden. Our house with the people there. 5 people have been shot at the educational center in central Sweden, police say. The shooting happened in Oribor, 200 kilometers, that is around 200 kilometers is around 124 miles. Yeah, 124 miles. West of the capital, Stockholm, on Tuesday afternoon. Police are continuing to ask the public to say anything they know from the area, but have said in a statement that they believe the danger to be over. All of the people injured have been taken to hospital, and 4 have undergone operations for the injuries. 1 person is critically injured, but 3 could be others just ordinary wounds. Some of them could be identified as John Chesson, who represents local health service in the area. Multiple Swedish outlets have reported that several people have been killed in the school shooting, but police have said they cannot comment at this time on whether there were any fatalities. Yeah, I mean, whether people died or people just got wounded is actually not a good sign. It's not a good sign at all. This is currently seen as an attempted murder, arson, and aggravated weapons offense, police said in a statement. Police heard reports of shooting taking place at Rebiska School, an adult education center, at 12:33 local time. That is around 11:44 GMT. The facility sites on a campus that is home to other schools. The centers are attended primarily by people who have not finished primary or secondary school. Police have started an investigation and have evacuated nearby schools. Local police chief of Oribo, Roberto Indifirst, said at a news conference. He also confirmed the suspect in a man, but did not provide any additional details about the individual. An update on the Swedish police website said officials suspect one of the people in the hospital is the perpetrator. Our hearts are with the people there. We empathize with them. We empathize with the people of Sweden. And honestly, to be very frank with you, the Swedish government is one of our trusted partners in Liberia. They give the throw grants here and there. They are one of our trusted partners in the country. So our hearts are with the people of Sweden. The BBC has also reported something from Sweden. Let's see what the police is reporting in the BBC as well. The BBC is reporting that a man who burned the Quran in Sweden has been shot dead. The countries in there are religious extremism is something very, very unpredictable. This is high level of religious extremism. That's how I call it. High level of religious extremism. A man who sparked violent protests after burning the Quran has been shot dead in Sweden. Swan Momika was killed in an apartment in Sodije on Wednesday evening. Prosecutors told the BBC. Arrest broke out after Mr. Momoki set fire to a copy of an Islamic holy book outside the Central Mosque in 2023. This is high level of extremism. And honestly, religious extremism should not be tolerated anywhere in the world. People should be free to, to worship, and other people too cannot just sit back and others just take the holy books and just burn them. But again, you should take the man to the law. If he's violating, take him to the law. Don't do anything that is violent related. Still looking for it. We can find one more and go to Africa, take one or two from there, then we can come to talk about the issues. Let's go to take African news. Let's see what is happening in our continent, the continent of Africa. Every time I, decide to go around Africa, the first news that pops up is that of the the Sudanese war. I don't know whether we ever end just now. Let's look at a ceasefire deal that is being orchestrated by the M23 rebels. They said the ceasefire is meant for humanitarian services. I love to see humanitarian news because we run an humanitarian organization. That's the Kia Humanitarian Foundation. M23 rebel declared ceasefire in Goma for humanitarian reasons. This may be one of the best news I've seen here so far. Uganda-backed rebels who took control of Goma, a crucial city in eastern Congo, have declared a unilateral ceasefire in the area for humanitarian purposes. The M23 group made this announcement on Monday, responding to calls for a safe passage of aid and the needs of hundreds of thousands of displaced individuals. Goma is situated in a region rich in minerals resources, yet it remains under rebel controls. There has been no immediate response from the Congolese government, but on Monday, UN spokesperson Stephanie Dujarric provided an update on the situation, expressing concern over rising health risks. It noted that while some economic activities are resuming, like school and banking are still closed, and food shortages persist. The condition of rebel factions in Southern Democratic Republic of Congo has announced a humanitarian ceasefire effective Tuesday, which is today. In their statement, the group, which includes the M23 rebels backed by Uganda, cited humanitarian reasons for this decision after making territorial gains in the region. The UN reported that at least 900 individuals have died and 2,880 have been injured in the recent violence surrounding Goma, the largest city in eastern DR Congo, now under rebel control. The G7 nation and the EU have condemned the offensive as a blatant infringement of DRC Congo's sovereignty. The coalition, known as the Congo Rebel Alliance, has accused the Congolese military of using aircraft to bomb areas under their control, resulting in civilian casualties. I mean, if they are doing that, then it's terrible. They can be killing their own people, all in the name of framing the rebels. That is actually terroristic. Let's go for one more, then we can come back to talk about the issues here. The issues right here in Liberia. My colleague, Calvin Gray, has joined me. Welcome, my dear brother. We're just trying to take bits and pieces of news for our people. It seems as though we can find a captivating one, so we come right back home. And of course, we will bring in my brother Calvin will now join us from. He's saying, let's see your mic, whether it is perfect enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're good to go, right?
Yeah. Certainly, and we are grateful to God
He's our creator, and with him all things are possible. So again, I'm so overwhelmed, and I'm gonna give God the praise since the beginning of this week. I think this is my first appearance on the show. All right, so it's been quite troubling, and we've been fighting some personal issues, But however, we were able to engage, and with the help of God, things are possible. So again, Liberia, on the international and local news for our country, there are a lot of things that we still need to look at, and still more need to be done to keep the country moving forward. We have our leaders, president, and those we elected, vice president, representatives, and the issues surrounding the House of Representatives, Capitol building, saga. These are things looking at the health sector in our country, the police, health workers. A lot of things, government still need to look at. Though the State of the Nations address look into some of those areas, talking about how best government is fighting to ensure that those things come to fruition, and more like being done so far according to our president. And they are still working on some of those issues. Things are burning the country's chest so that they can be able to at least solve some of those problems. But it's quite interesting to have still faced numerous challenges, areas, priority areas like Liberia should be graduated from, and we stay here to go down with them.
Okay. Carrying our normal, how to call it, we have our normal tradition. Okay. And our tradition is to talk about the Care Humanitarian Foundation. So we just use few minutes to talk about the Care Humanitarian Foundation. But again, Hector Tower Gonti is watching us from India. Thanks for joining us from India. He says he's watching us from the office of the HTG Educational Consultancy, way there in India. Thank you so much. The place's name in India, yeah, they are very, very difficult to call. I don't want to call it in light. Yeah. So I see all kind of Nina here, they put, they put Nina here out of now. So yeah, but he's watching us from India. That is the thing to say, but he's watching us from India. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for joining us. You can share the video so others can join us from India too. And if you have a concern, sir, you can leave it right on our live Facebook feed, and we would be glad to reach out to you. We'll be glad to talk about it here on our platform. But again, the Care Humanitarian Foundation is a foundation that have strived to making the best out of what we see so far. And what we've been able to do, we can safely say that we've been able to impact the lives of Liberians. We've been able to help change the course of action in terms of some of the areas that are very necessary. And some of those areas are in health, education, and especially in education, we've been able to spread our tentacles, our humanitarian tentacles, to see those things happen. What has Care Humanitarian Foundation done? We've done a lot. We put a lot of students in school this year, and we are intending, just waiting on the University of Liberia to announce a new entrance date. We will be starting our next pilot project, and that is to enroll 100 students in the University of Liberia through taking the entrance. We will be responsible for the entrance fees, and we know exactly that we can do it. That is why our CEO and his wife, along with his team out there, they are very passionate about education. When you hear these people talk, you know that they are very, very serious about humanity. And I'm just very happy that they can continue to impact the lives of people who are here. And of course, we can continue to overall emphasize what they've been able to do in Liberia. But on a very serious note, on a very serious front, they've been able to work their way around, giving Liberians the best in terms of education. And that's what I said the other day. We Liberians, we need to be grateful. Why do we need to be grateful? You know, when there's an old proverb that says, when somebody is helping you to wash your back, you should be watching your stomach. What does this mean? This may be a very notable proverb that everybody knows, but it got a deep meaning. That is, the meaning may be connotative or denotative, whatever way you see it. But in whatever sense, the simple thing to break it down in Liberian English is that when somebody washing your back, you may be able to wash your stomach, it means you should be helping yourself. And the way to help yourself in this situation of the CEO and his wife wanting, along with his team in the United States, wanting to help 100% go back to school to the University of Liberia, is for you to call and appreciate them and appreciate what they're doing for the country in terms of, if they're not doing anything. I mean, I'm not talking about the money we spend to help people, you know, the places we build to keep people living on the shelters and living dignified lives. We are not saying those things. We're not talking about it. But to give someone education is worth than giving them whatever you think you want to give them. Like I said to our audience the other day, in Broadville, we have this saying. The people from Upriver will say, it's better to teach the man how to fish than to always give him a fish. Teach him how to do something. Give him an opportunity that he can be able to fetch something for himself or fend for himself. But for you to continue to give this man alms, you know, continue to help this man, it will reach a stage that you'll not be able to help him, and he will make the helping you're doing or you are running, he may take it to be like it is your responsibility. But if you teach this man how to fish, this man may just be an independent person. And that is what the CEO and his wife want to do. They want to give people a dignified life. And the way to do it is to give them education. Education is the way out. Nobody should tell you, if somebody look at you today and give you 200 US, give you 300 US, you will eat that money, it will go. But if somebody gave you education, they paved the way for you to be educated. It is something you must tell them thank you for. And to be honest, they have done and they are intending to do their best. But what have we done as Liberians? We have not come to a significant portion of our lives to appreciate the little that they want to offer or what they've already done. By just announcing, say, I want to help, or we want to help 100 persons get back to the university. What should it signal, Calvin? It should signal to you that there is hope.
Yeah, sure.
There is light at the end of the tunnel, because there are people who have graduated from high school 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, and they are yet to step their feet at any university.
Yeah, sure.
And the way to enter university is for you to have what? For you to take an entrance.
I take an entrance.
So
first graduate from high school.
Yeah, first graduate from high school. So when you graduate from high school, you sit in home. Next thing is to take an entrance. If you can't take the entrance, how will you enter? That is what Care Radio and Care Communications Network, along with the foundation, in partnership, they want to help. Along with our CEO and his darling wife, they've been able to do exceptionally well in keeping our people glued to education. I mean, these people, anybody who gives you education, appreciate them. Education is like giving somebody shelter. It is a roof. Education is a roof that is tied over one's head. Once you are educated, you have a covering. Whether it is a premium covering, but you have a covering. Because you can use your education to forces to do something for yourself. If you're not educated, it makes it difficult. So nobody should think education is just something. If we're going to announce that the CEO was sharing money and they are giving money to people, people would have called to appreciate, oh yeah, tomorrow we'll be there. But since we're announcing the school project stuff, I've not seen the appreciation the way it should be flowing. I mean, they're not doing it for self-glorification or self-edification. They're not doing it to glorify themselves. They're not doing it for praises. But I think appreciation from you, the public, in terms of something. I've not even heard people coming to say, okay, these people been talking about the school, but let me register my appreciation and then tell them that I'm interested. I got my 2 children. They are out of high school. They want to go college, but I don't have the hand. Or myself want to go to college, but I don't have the hand. And the fact that they are helping to pay the entrance fee, I am willing to go back.
So I think that's an applaud for the Care Humanitarian Foundation. And for those of you viewing and listening through the media, 95.9 is an opportunity, average opportunity there for you to move in. You 2025, some of us we've been facing difficulties in terms of tuition, fees and other activities there. I think this can easily help to alleviate some of those extreme situation that we face with. I may not turn that as poverty. Other people may just have the means to run into some of those things, but due to some delay into funds and other major areas of working, so they may have faced challenges. In terms of these challenges, we know that challenges will arise. Situation as well, those are things that result, into challenges. So the Care Humanitarian Foundation is also providing you the opportunity to form part of this opportunity. Your child has graduated from the high school and passed the exam, went into the examination processes. You just and when you pass, when your name is out, it's a knock sign, and you just be part of the process. So don't wait. Don't sit there. Just keep pushing, and just to ensure that you also be part of this process. So that as the Care Humanitarian Foundation gives out some of those process to Liberians, you too can be a part and be a better beneficiary. Thank you.
Okay, so there you have it. Let's now take this break. When we'll come back, trust me, we will transition to politics and we will talk about the issues that matter. Yeah, we will do that right here. So you have nothing to worry about. Just stick and stay with us. This 95.9 Kia Radio right on the UN Drive, right in the heart of Raditown Market, around the Raditown Market, adjacent the Raditown Market opposite the BTC Barrack. We are right here.
This is Amazing Care Home Health Services. This is a home health agency. We send nurses and home health aides to patients' homes and take care of them, provide medical services for them in their homes. So that's what we're doing. This is the office space where the high-end process is rendered.
Also the assisting admin at Amazing Care. I've been with this company since 2014 when we were making nothing. And we were literally in the basement of our apartment. This is how growth have brought us this far. 2-bedroom apartment, and we were literally using the basement and the garage space to carry on this business. And because of growth, we moved here on 2019, and we've been here since 2019 doing this. And God has been so faithful along the way, and we're still going strong. You can see this is the office of Amazing Care. We want to welcome the Care Network in here.
I say, my people, you're not hear about the Liberian owned business called Jessica Incorporated, right on UN Drive in Clay Street?
Small. What kind of place business you talking about again, so?
I'm talking about our own Liberian business called Jessica Incorporated, right down Clay Street before UN Drive intersection.
My man, tell me more about Jessica.
I say, my people, Jessica specializes in entertainment and delicious food, so local food like kabagi and all. They get European and Western dishes with all kinds of special finger food, man. And they can do free delivery for their customers. Not all. Jessica get one nice and decent guest house fully air conditioned with unlimited Wi-Fi services. The people motors are valid for cheap, yeah, and they're home far away from home.
Hey Jessica, that place like my meal spot now.
Call Jessica today on 0775 762 906. My Liberian people, let's promote our own Liberian business, Jessica Incorporated. It is the #1 stop center for your small operation. I say, my people, SOG. Are you looking for that special furniture or electronic appliance that give your home or office beauty? Now visit Cozy Home for the latest beds and desks, chairs and tables, or that special TV, air condition, or other electronic products for the best price in town. Cozy Home is on the 3rd Street Sinker opposite All Education Ministry with all that you're looking for. Call us on 0887 111 101 or visit us on the 3rd Street Sinker. Cozy Home, the best in town for furniture and electronics.
Where I'm feeling, baby.
Everybody pot balling, my pot can ball.
When your pot not boiling, run down to Price Master to give that heat that will make it boil till it's really boiling.
Oh yes, Price Master is the solution to that boiling problem, bringing into Liberia high quality American products for different needs.
At Price Master, we have life-saving drugs for that long-standing health complication. We are restoring life through the Price Master Drug Center on Camp Johnson Road for affordable prices or cost.
That's not all. Price Master has cosmetic, furniture, electronic, and other appliances for homes, schools, and offices. Price Master also got the baby's cover with nutritional food, water, toys, and many more.
Price Master is located at Camp Johnson Road and Perry Street intersection, or you can call us on 0886 552 304 or 0775 323 761, or better still WhatsApp us on +231 770 390 441.
Price Master, the master for all American food, medicine, furniture, toys, cosmetics, detergent, and many more.
Welcome back, and yeah, you can visit those places for whatever purpose, whatever need you want. You can visit them, and they will be glad to serve you. So we are also encouraging other businesses other people who have businesses and they want to advertise with us. Please feel free, come to us on our UN Drive office here. We will be glad to sell your products, and of course, for a very, very reasonable price. We are not charging like the others because our station is owned by the Humanitarian Foundation. So we are not charging you like others. Don't feel free because we're keen to serve. That is why we are the #1 in terms of humanity. So if you come here, we'll give you the cheapest price and we will give you good services. That is what we give our customers, nothing less than a proficient, very elegant, and very nice, services you get from us. You have nothing to worry about, okay? So you're welcome to Kia Radio 95.9. We are here on the UN Drive. You can come to us at any point in time, and we will be glad to sell your products. Even on the show, we will be glad to talk about your products exclusively. If you are sponsoring our show, you can talk to us about it, and we can have a conversation with you. Yeah, so we are back, Kevin. We are back.
Thank you, Liberians. Thank you for your listening word, and let me say, those of you following via the internet and through this medium by listening to 95.9, we'd like to say welcome to the Tuesday editions of Inside Liberia. It comes on Monday through Friday. On this platform, we discuss issues of national concern, critical issues, training issues in the republic of this country. All right, so let me welcome those of you from Grand Judah. Matter of fact, Grand Judah had
since after the county meet, we weren't here yesterday. So you just opened my mind to something. The county meet was interesting, and for me, I do not look at the other side of the county meet. What I look at is the unity it brings to our country. Because without unity, there is no way our country can suffice or to progress in the midst of all of these uncertainty and diversities. I believe that sports play a major role in uniting people.
Uniting us and settling the differences that we all,
So again, it went Lofa way, and because Lofa certainly was the better team.
And if you ask me, I would tell you, for me, I was actually for Grand Judah. I'm not from Grand Judah, and I was not supporting Grand Judah either. But I just needed the noise to be a little bit seized, But the entire country was a Lofa.
Yeah, I supported the Southeast because of a few things. For me, I'm from the Western region, like I said. Out of the team from the Western region will be good for me. If you were from Bapolu, Poming, or Cape Mount, I would have supported. But when the final came, when we got around the semi-final stages, I started to support the quarter-final stages, in fact, because my country dropped right during group stage. So I started supporting Maryland. Maryland is the home of my in-laws because my wife got a background from there. Her parents are from Maryland, so I thought to sympathize with them.
You are highly rooted.
Rooted in marital, side. So I had to support Maryland, but then Maryland dropped, along the way. So I had no option. So I still needed to support a team.
Okay.
It was not by force, but I thought I said, okay, listen.
And it shouldn't be. This is just reuniting.
Reuniting countries and bringing people together. So
yes.
So then
it was something that brought Grand Judah, to a loss, but they still had the opportunity to a penalty shootout, to equalize the game. So that they can have the same.
I was actually for Grand Judah, to be honest with you. Before the start of the final, I made my case. In fact, I posted on Facebook that I saw Grand Judah in the finals. But then I saw a post from Edwin Snow. I don't know whether you saw that post. I saw the post from Edwin Snow. I got a threat.
I saw him on the field, being there with other government officials.
Okay, but he went on Facebook and said he saw in a dream the people took the game and gave it to Lofa County because
that was after the game.
No, that was even before the game.
Oh, really?
He posted 3 hours before the game, and he said he saw in a dream, and even Senator Zopeno, he said according to him in a dream, he said Zopeno agreed for the Lofians to take the game. So he said it was supposed to
be physical that the game was bought.
Yeah, so he said he's not going on the field to go waste his time because
so he had already concluded that Lofa bought the game for granted.
Yeah, and of course that was his thing. He didn't go on the field. In fact, I think while the game was playing, he said, let's know what in playing going.
Anyway, that's a dream, and dream came reality. But that's it. Let's have another reoccurrence of the county meet the next year because it comes every year.
Yeah,
so we hope to see who will be the next.
For me, county will win next.
I was hoping for Grand Judah because it's been a decades for Grand Judah to have.
For me, we'll win the next county meet. I can lay my hand on the chopping board for that.
Okay, so people of
Grand Judah very prepared.
Hats up to you guys for coming into. The second place, right? Second place. So,
but let's on this platform recognize and congratulate Lofians for triumphing as victors over all of the counties, and they are now the crown champions of the 2025.
They broke how many times now? 3?
Actually, 2 times. 2 times in
in
modern days. I don't know whether in the past. And one of the things I'm a little bit lazy about in terms of really following sports.
Yeah, so
I'm really lazy about it.
welcome to be following us there in Kitmonda. This is your evening program, the show here. We bring you issues that we discuss reaching from national level. And of course, you can also form part of this conversation on the evening show here. This is in Liberia. No Cowboys denies. You know, she's Swakuko Dennis. She come in strong defense of she using 75,000 vehicle, you know, but then again she said talking about how she's a CEO and looking at her riding with a driver and that of you know other security within the same vehicle. Hey, but it have been in the news that she been in connection with this company called Katu's Moto, right? Katu Moto is I think they were the vehicle in questions were planned or it was discussed. Some agreement was made so far. This 75,000 vehicle, for me, I don't know. But again, when you look at it on the other hand, if someone, for me right now, if someone offers me, if I just got looking at my presumptive or the position that I hold, all right. So if government through the president appointed Calvin Gray as Commerce Minister or as LPRC boss, you know, I think there should be a vehicle set aside that MD comes, MD goes. So that vehicle should be a vehicle of who be MD of that place. If there would be a new vehicle, maybe on my watch, I don't know, but I think there should be a particular vehicle for MD set aside. But the no cap in here. What Swakuko Dennis, you know, was doing due diligence or was also going against our PPCC PPCC law, because if you go into a company to procure, you know, for a vehicle that costs over 60 or 75,000, that means you're going against government owned functions. I don't know how that works, but again, we're looking at the prevailing situations within our country. Yeah. With all of these things, you know, for me, I don't know, but when they were at the legislature, 45,000 vehicles was, you know, because according to them, in the first quarter, you have to ride your first car, right? That's what. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in the first quarter of the House of Legislature.
Yeah. When you in the House of Representatives, they give you the car two times. 45,000. So the first 3 years, you get 45,000 car. The last 3 years,
you get another 45,000.
Yeah. So that one used up 45,000.
So you used up 45,000. So 45,000 to 75,000 vehicle. For me, I don't know how you look at it, but she is an executive. You know, she's part of the. I don't know, but you can have your own point, your own stay, you know, stand on this conversation. But again, Liberians are in the state of destitution, right? Other people say they are so desperate for things. There are some people who they were never dreaming about becoming somebody. Now God blesses you, you arrive, you know, at this point. Why would you bring yourself under the microscope for people to see you now as a leader who is, I don't know whether she herself or whether it was agreed, it was allegedly agreed, because I don't know whether that guy was actually purchased for 75,000 or for 30,000, because what I'm seeing here, 30,000 went into the deal from Katu's Moto, right? Yeah, 30,000 went to the deal instead of 75,000. So we still have to carry on our investigations to ensure whether this vehicle was also bought for 75,000.
You know, I like the way you said it. We have an evidence already, so we don't have to. I will put the evidence on the board here.
Okay.
I'll put it right on the page so others can see. You know, Trust me, I will tie this whole discussion in with two things. And I'll use one stone to kill two birds. The government is not this current government, the Unity Party government, is not fiscally prudent. They do not take fiscal prudence as a way of life. They carelessly spending like burn people money. And I will say that without no fear nor favor, why the ordinary people suffer destitution. The people in the market, listen, I'm not saying that bro is so rich in a way that the people in Ralita market are supposed to be selling. No. I'm saying the people in Ralita should not be struggling for loan if they want loan. The market women in our country should not be struggling to get loan from the banks, because if the government was taking care of our citizens the way they should, having money in LBDR to make sure that loans are dispersed to marketers, dispersed to people who are struggling with their little markets and little businesses, will not have this thing. But like Brits are living in destitution while the government is splashing and wasting money. How? Yeah. How is the government splashing and wasting money? The government accused the former CBR governor, Elisha Stalu, of financial improprieties, financial mismanagement. They say Elisha Stalu stole money. He stole the money from Central Bank. He misused it. He not used it for the right purpose. What did the government do? The government initiated investigation into the matter. We all have our ears open and wanted to know what the government will come up with as an investigative report to show whether Elisha Stalu were actually stealing or not. What did the government do? The government decided to go behind closed doors and offer Elisha Stalu $375,000 as a settle off pay. 375, whopping 375,000. While the common man cannot find food to eat, but the government is spending such a huge amount on a man who they have accused of being a rogue, who they have accused of stealing public funds and mismanaging public money. When you are the governor of the central bank, you are almost like a rich man in the country, because you are giving an annual allowance or annual allocation of rent. Your housing is $5,000 per year, or 5,000 per month, or whatever it is. 5,000 per month. Sorry, yeah, 5,000 monthly. 5,000 times the number of months. That around 60 plus thousand. Sure. 60 plus thousand just on what we refer to as housing. Then your salary as central bank governor is $10,000 per month. There is also another component there that is being allocated for annual allowance or whatever. I think it amounts to around 7,000 plus. If you put all that money together, that's a lot for a central bank governor. So we expect that those who go in that position, they should be serving the Liberian people, not to be stealing. So we thought that the Unity Party will come and stop all the mess or the things that were going on, the dirty deeds that were going on where people were stealing public money. They will be prosecuted for stealing public money. But what did we see the Unity Party do? The Unity Party is not compensating. The Unity Party is calling people who steal and say, come, let's sit down at the table. Let's settle, because we want to move you from the position. We want to put our own company down there. We want to put our own people there. So let's sit down at the table. Let's be able to give you small thing so you can sit down. And that is what they did with the Elisha Stalu case that spilled out into the country. Everybody, you pass around, you go right down Radita Market, and you talk about this 375,000. The old man are selling Bilabo and Pepe. They know about it. They know about it. You go down to Douala Market and ask the people about the 375,000 or 74,000 that was given to Elisha Stalu. They know about it. They will explain better than you and I are sitting behind this microphone to tell you how Liberians have reached a stage where they know that their country is going down the drain. People are mismanaging their funds. That is why people are getting angry with Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump should not be stopping aid from coming to Africa. Donald Trump should stop the aid from coming. Because When Donald Trump stopped the aid, our government should listen. Calvin, this country is not poor. We are not a poor country, but we have been placed as one of the poorest countries in the world. But we are not poor in actual sense. It is our leaders who are keeping us in destitution. This country, we should not strive for anything. Calvin, let's be honest.
And let me just touch in this, right? It is often said that one who comes with clean hands,
equity must come with clean.
Must come. Equity come with clean hands.
Yeah.
I can remember 2003, the former Minister for Commerce had the same issue on luxurious car. Riding,
2023 or 2024.
2024, Army model was also involved into government funds, mismanaging government funds riding luxurious car in this place. And that investigation went on and today he was dismissed and he quietly resigned. All right, I don't know whether he was dismissed, but he quietly resigned.
He resigned. He was quietly resigned. In fact, he was forced to resign because the president said he will not talk to him until he can resign. So,
yeah, so we cannot have reoccurrence of what transpired, from 2023 to 2024, using government taxpayer funds to place yourself into that area where you have to reach yourself. I think it is an affront to the Liberian people. I agree with you. If this investigation for Swagago, Dennis, that's what you're going to publish.
That's the thing, right? The thing, right?
Then I think the president also need to look at it.
This is the thing I put up.
Yeah, then 2025. I've seen that. Then the president also need to look into this.
They
also call for either a resignation or a dismissal, because if a case of a former commerce boss were also involved into alleged, squandering of government funds, placing that into a vehicle that costs over 100,000 or 80,000, and now we're having the same reoccurrence of 75,000 vehicle. What is the essence of you riding 75,000 car? What is the essence? You were just a lawmaker for a district, all right? You have not gone back in that district, though you lost the election. You were not re-elected. Now government paid you because on the other hand you are partisan and you supported the government. And after government came to power, they said, okay, Swagago Dennis has been one of our partisans. Let us place her into a liquid this position. Now, what you should be thinking about to pay back. Go back, visit the people in the community. Okay, when people have lost the election, you make your way, pave your way through. For the next election, who knows? Who knows? You might pave your way, go back into the country, into the district. See those things you never completed. But now you sat quiet, you so much, how do I call it? You feel so complacent now into your political game. Now you ride 75,000 cars. That is too much. That is too much.
The way
what is the justification?
The way
she want to justify that the car she ride, it cost 30,000.
Listen, even if it cost 10,000, but here is the thing she did. That document I put up, they actually took the people in the country. They took the 75,000 to the garage where they were buying the car from. I know Cartoons Motor. They took the 75,000 there to buy the car. So the money passed through, how they can do government check, pass through the people when withdraw the check, carry, and she was supposed to go and get the car. She went and told the people she won
30,000.
A 45,000 car.
Yeah, I don't want a 75,000 car.
I want a 40,000 car. Then you get a banana change to me. The people say, no, we can't get you change. The only thing we can get you, you can take another car.
Yeah.
Or you take the car that costs the 75,000. So she took the 45,000 car and took another small car.
So it was
now, she didn't stop there. Here is it. Here is the evidence. She took the car and registered the car in her own entity name. There's an entity she wrote called Tanti. Yeah. She registered the car on a Tanti.
Here
is the document.
Instead of on a car.
So it is criminal in nature.
Instead of owning no car.
Instead of being on the car is registered on her own business entity called Tanti. It's here. The evidence is right here.
A private sanitation company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know how much thousand they wanted to go clean there for the street? 30,000 cars they don't want to use it to go clean there. Who made her MCC person to go be cleaning there? But because she got her own company that will get contracts, you know, to be cleaning dice and other things, she took the car and registered the car on her business entity. This is corruption, and it must not. This thing should not be swept under the carpet. That is the reason why I have significant problem with the United Party, because we thought they are coming to power, they would have stopped the wastage in government. Because all we saw and all we heard during the campaign periods was that they will come and change the course of action. They will come and change the narrative. They will come and make Liberians to live the best of life. What we are seeing is far from the reality. And there are people close to the president who do not want the president to take action. The president is not a lover of corruption, but because he is allowing these people to have their will, people perceive that he is hampering corrupt people in his government. Trust me.
And we are calling the president.
If the government,
through this video.
If the government, let me tell you what happened with the Lusher Taru case I was talking. Not many people in this country know what happened behind the scene. And Lusher Taru whole money, that whole 375,000 or 375,000 did not go to him. The people managed to convince higher ups in the government that, hey, listen, we can pay the man, let the man go. But guess what? The logic is that we'll be paying for that position double. We are paying a Lusher Taru for the remaining 4 years, 10 years he has at the bank. The remaining time he gets to the bank, we are paying for it. Then we are also paying Mr. Samoa, who is coming in. I know Harry Samoa, whatever his Samoa name is, he's coming in as central bank governor. We're paying similar money that we already pay a Lusher Taru. What are we paying? We are paying double of the money. That is wastage in government. We should not be anywhere around there. But then we leave for here, we get angry. Why you say it's closed down by the American people? And the American people money. They can choose, they won't close, you say down, they won't close whatever down. That's their money. Our own money here, we spend it uselessly. We spend our money uselessly in Liberia.
2024 RX8 7-seater SUV vehicle.
My brother, that car, that just small car there for the government official in our country. Listen, I will tell you what Ghana fleet policy is. Ghana fleet policy, no representative procure car on their own. If you procure your own car, like your personal car, if on your own pocket, if on your salary. In Ghana, the government procure a set of vehicles for the representative. They call them MPs there. Those MPs will use that car when they're leaving, they leave the cars back. If the government believes that the cars are not pliable anymore, they cannot fit in the fleet, they auction them and buy new cars. That is what they do. In Liberia, the government officials will purchase the car from government funding. At the end of the day, when they are leaving power, they take the cars along. The new person that is coming must purchase new car. What kind of wastage is that? When the Liberian people are still suffering,
in good condition.
the Liberian people are still suffering. They are living in destitution. The lady in the market cannot even afford to put 5,000 Liberian dollar goods on her table. She sell today and eat. The next day she sells, she eat. She cannot send her children to school. Her children are out of school because she cannot afford it. Today, we are still here discussing wastage in government.
What happened to the private schools in the urban area?
And we're still talking about wastage in government.
We have to actually look into some of these areas that are causing major problems. President Bouaka, you have to stand strong, for the fact that you do not encourage corruption.
Let me tell you, what we're seeing, the president, if he doesn't stand, his government will go down in history as the most corrupt government. And what am I saying this, Calvin? I do not hate the United Party government. In my mind, I thought the United Party government would have changed the course of action. They would have changed the narratives in Liberia. Not going back to do business as usual. Settling men who you have accused of corruption. You have accused the man and the man stole money from the bank. You still got the nerves to still get that kind of man you have accused of corruption. You still settling with 374,000. What kind of country are we running?
Yeah.
What kind of country? Gavin, we need to tell the Liberian people, they need to know this. The country is not moving anywhere because corruption is walking in the face of the street. Corruption is walking and having cases of people in offices. Corruption is kissing people on their jobs, kissing people on their lips in Liberia. I'm seeing corruption at the epic of this government. I'm seeing that people, I'm angry in my spirit because we are wasting our money and getting angry with the American people for closing down. You say that the American people money. They let it walk close. You say they let it walk close anything that their money. They're using their own money wisely. Listen to me. Liberian lawmakers, they make more money than the lawmakers in the United States. I challenge it. That lawmakers in Liberia are lying.
Including allowances.
I'm telling you. Our ministers here make more money than the people in the United States. Then they tell me I'm lying. Brother, the reason why you're still wondering why Rwanda is considered, Kigali is considered the cleanest city in Africa, because the president there takes home $4,771 US as a salary. He takes $4,000 plus US dollars home as a salary. What do our presidents here take? They take over $50,000 US dollars per month. Yet they still steal from the Liberian people. That is why our cities, our major cities in the country, they are dirty and filthy. Plastic bags and dirt are all over the place. We cannot clean it. We cannot get resources to get the country clean. That is why this country continues to go where it's going. When the USA people cut down their aid to Africa, they cut down their aid to Liberia, then we angry, then we vex. Why are they cutting the aid? Why the people don't get the money? It is the American people money. You hear you spend your own money to be paying two positions. I mean, one position, you paying 2 persons for one position. For 4 years, you pay that money double. That means if you are paying 2 million naira 4 years for one person, you'll be paying 4 million naira per year. That is what we're doing to this country. And we should show our mouth. We should not talk. So we'll not show our mouth. We will not do that.
We continue to engage. As President Boagat stated in his tsunami, that he will make sure that the issues that has to do with corruption, be dealt with. And some of those things that were perfect.
I think the president is not pragmatic.
Yeah.
In what he has said.
Some of those things that were perfect, I think they need to see reasons as revisiting those laws, some of those areas, because when you stand as a president, you are the head of your country, and not just Liberians watching you, but international wide, you have people monitoring you. You have the international monitoring firm that is following that portion of your alliance. They are like a watchdog. They watch over your activities. Now, if you say something within your first year or your second year, and this is just within your first year, in your first year, there are things that you have said. We want you to really take those things very key. Let them be key. Those areas that needs to be taught, those things that have been hidden. We look at the justice ministry, the Jana case, the areas that were heading, those areas that have been buried. Reawaken those things and say, how about you can bring those perpetrators to justice. We should not sit there and just say that things that you expect the government to do now. I think it is pretty now that you look at it and say, okay, since my message have reawakened these things, I think I need to look into them to say, how about we can re-energize ourselves and make ourselves a proper government, so that we can adhere to some of those things that we really need to do. We look at our roads. Electricity, there are still problems in our country, but we say they're buying 75,000 vehicles. Road network, road connectivities. But this time, Liberia, we should have graduated from a mere Edison now. We should not be switching from one community to another. No. Our health system, we should reform those systems. We should look into the GRK is now still sending people across the road to go to local pharmacy to buy pills. We need to look into
this. All these things will not until the government can take decisive steps. If the government is facilitating corruption, where do you think the country will go? The country won't go anywhere. The government needs not to facilitate corruption. Giving a man money to facilitate his leaving from his position when you're supposed to be in a position, you're prosecuting, and you giving him money to go. You bring another person and paying them the same money. We're not ready.
So let's quickly.
Makun, yeah, come in 1 minute. Makun is watching us from Guinea. He says, good evening, family. I'm currently following from Guinea. Thank you so much from Guinea, and thanks for watching us there. So, brother, we will go to that other issue, but we need to nail this thing in a way that our government people will understand that we are serious and we are ready to do business. Liberia, I hear all the radio stations, people discussing, oh, you say close their office, they took their website down, and the American people money. I'm not happy for you say to shut down because it is a help to plenty of people, because even our foundation, one way or the other, we would have gotten a grant.
Other organizations.
We are getting a grant from there to help people.
To
help people. But listen, if our country, if our people were managing our money, the American men can carry to look for money. We're not managing our funds. We're not managing our resources. Look at the situation we're discussing. And the person stay in the position, me, Morris Desmond Brown, president of Liberia. Somebody in my government go and buy a car for even 45,000. Nobody in my government will use 45,000 car. Now I'm president. Because myself, you see me, the car will be running. You're asking what happened. The other governments around Africa, they're doing it. Go to Burkina Faso, see the car, the government there, and the president is riding.
Oh, welcome.
See the kind of car he's riding and making his country great. Go to Uganda and see the car the president is riding there. In Liberia, we talk about, oh, that security thing. The president need to ride good car. The guy that security matter. Security matter. Who want to kill the president? If the president is doing good for his people, the president decides to say, I'm cutting down on everything. I'm cutting. Listen, as a president, when you cut down on your spending, it puts pressure, it puts strings on those who are working for you or working in the government. They will have to follow suit. They say leaders do, and their subordinates follow. If you are a leader and you're not doing, the subordinates will not do. And that is the fair thing. It happened to us, even right in Kia Radio. That's the same thing. If you, the leader, do not move, you do not do what you're supposed to do, their subordinates will not do it. And that is it. So in Liberia, our problem is mismanagement. We need to say it. Every government that comes is the same old thing. The poor people struggle. They live in poverty, abject poverty and destitution. They do not even have food to eat. They cannot even send their kids to school. Second semester is starting. There are a lot of requests coming in. I saw, I don't like to say this. I saw people asking, some of the people by them will get, people think we get the money, plenty will get the money. People, if I tell you requests that come to me, to my house, you will ask what happened. The requests are made every day, but you see people to your door. These things happen. You know why? Because the government is not doing what they're supposed to do. I'm not saying the country will go 100%, but when the citizens start to hear that one government official go buy a car for 45,000 or 75,000, she take one car and put it in government fleet. The other one, she put one car in government fleet. The other one, she take it, she carry it to her home and pack it in your compound. And she pack it in your compound as a personal car. What's that? And what we do here, we clap our hands, we laugh. Me, president, Rosie Swakoko Dennis is gone. She can never be boss of no car. I will dismiss her and will tell the Liberian people the reason why I dismiss her. I will not. Listen, we got to reach to a stage coming in this country where we take radical decisions, we take stands on some of the issues. What the next issue you got for us to talk about? We'll talk about it quick.
This controversy has erupted the House of Representatives with the issue of the chief clerk at the lower house, Mr. Syrian, written the embattled speaker of vacating the office, of that speaker. And so, but then in the speaker responds that that communication is unconstitutional, and their hands And I'm sure he was pointing at the majority bloc. There are people who been manipulated in the process, requesting that. And again, it has gone beyond where the security apparatus will likely intervene. That is, if Speaker Kofa refuses to vacate the speaker's office, then they have to use the other measure to get him out. So either they use the AFL or the police, and that was not be good for our country.
Well, let me just. I don't think they will use AFL because in the kind of cases, that small cases, then they can't use the AFL. That would be a misuse of the AFL. That would be a misuse.
A misuse of the AFL.
Yeah, that would be a misuse.
I think the police.
The police will be calling. But yeah, is it? Brother, that call is pay. The speaker position in that office. If the majority bloc chose Richard Kuhn, right, as a speaker,
even the Supreme Court has mandated
for
Richard Kuhn
to be speaker.
Recognize Richard Kuhn.
Well, how the Supreme Court did so?
They went to the readings and I think they have recognized.
It's strange to me. I've not heard that.
I think the Supreme Court have recognized that. They recognize Richard Kuhn as.
Well, I mean, okay, which is
we'll look at that.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
on our next appearance.
Okay,
we'll go in detail of that.
Okay, I will try to look for that that other ruling or statement, whatever it is. But here is it. In my mind, if Kuhn is the speaker, let him find another office for him. Office should not be a problem. But I think constantly knocking on the doors of Kofa is almost like you are looking for a dog that is sleeping, a bulldog that is sleeping, and not bothering you, but you continue to step on the tails of that bulldog. That is what is happening in my mind. And I want to be very honest with this. Then let them find an office for Richard Kuhn. It's not a big deal. Leave where you need Kofa in that office and find your office space. Go ahead. Because there is no office that say that this office here, that speaker office. They got big offices down there. They got the other smaller office. They got big office there. Take one of the big offices and use it for the speaker office. And stop the unnecessary harassment in a way that it will cause tension. Because you saw Kofa's response. Kofa said the way they took the speakership, they should use that same means to come and take the office. But you will not move. So to just let sleeping dog lie, let the man be, do your thing you want to do, and get another office, furnish it, and put him inside. The very day you let the man speaker, after 2 days, you buy a new car and give it to him. That office business, that office thing that is simple, that the simplest thing I've seen. So Kevin, I won't waste my time on the thing here. Because honestly speaking, whether Kuhn as speaker or Kuhn what, in as much he have already resumed the fact that he even reside and he presided over the Sona, for me, that is it. Let them do what they're doing, but the law should be followed. I rather want to see that ruling from the Supreme Court, whether they say they recognize Kofa, because if they did, or Kuhn, if they did, they would have been on.
The Supreme Court has advised the executive mansion, the executive branch, to recognize the majority bloc as legitimate. That's what I'm saying right now.
Okay.
All right. So it's just an advice to the executive mansion, the executive branch of our country, our 3 branches of government, that in the ongoing situation, we advise that we recognize the majority bloc. But if that happens, then I don't think that was it.
Kevin, all of what is happening for me, I think if the Supreme Court, if they really said that they need to make it very vivid and clear for everybody in the country to know, because their absence from the Sona raises eyebrow. It raises eyebrow. Everybody look at them to be scapegoating, because if they come up with another thing other than what we saw them, because none of them attended the Sona. Why? Speculations were that they didn't want to legitimize the speakership of Kuhn to sit under his gavel and all of those things. So I don't understand what is going on.
This is why the minority is also challenging. That is unconstitutional. And this is not a legal proceeding. of what
Okay.
the majority is actually taking on. This is not a reciprocity.
Okay. So let's take a few calls, and maybe our people out there want to be a part of what we've been saying. We activate the lines quickly for you. 0770-573-477, 0770-573-477, 0881-871-670 are the two numbers activated. 1 minute to a caller. You can call quickly while we take you on the lines to talk about the issues that we've been talking about. Maybe some of those issues intrigue you. You want to give your input on some of the issues right here. 0770-573-477, 0770-573-477, 0881-871-670, 0881-871-670.
Yeah, I also sent an alternative number to some of our listeners who've been following the diaspora.
Okay.
And this text coming in says, good afternoon, good morning to our people there in Liberia. This one from James Washington, and James Washington is from Rhode Island. All right, so it says, I'm following from the U.S. My brother, I'm so confused here on the issue of the Supreme Court ruling. How far it is now, and what the government is doing to ensure that two speakers cannot, be at the House of Representatives. It is troubling for us citizens in the U.S. Okay, and we're just talking about it. Yeah, and this one says, I just joined you in, and thank you so much for the platform. I'm Abraham Jackson, and Abraham Jackson is from Texas. All right, and he says here, my brother, Liberia issue is not now. Now, this is where we are. What is the government doing to receive some of the Liberians that are coming from the U.S. In February this year? And we hope that we cannot answer that question now.
Well, we cannot answer for the government.
We cannot answer for the government.
But the government should be prepared, because other countries around Africa are preparing to receive their citizens who, whatever it is. But I heard the government, the presidential spokesperson for the government, for the president, Kuda Fofana, she said the government is in touch. The Minister of Foreign Affairs is in touch with her American counterpart, and they're trying to make sure that they get the things done. So, we're hoping that it happens, and so that we'll be able to do what we're able to do. 0770-573-477, 0770-573-477, 0881-871-670 are the numbers you can call now to be a part of the program Inside Liberia on Care Radio 95.9. Maybe some of the things that we've talked about have intrigued you, and you want to just say something, and you want to buttress to what we've said. The country is moving, but there is some scrimmages along the way, and we must correct them. If we do not, there will be a problem, and the problem will always come in a way that it will distort the movement of the government. It will stop citizens from trusting the government.
And to the issue of those deputies from the American government, our government really need to look into that, because many of these people, the immigrants, and how they stay going to be here. But I showed that, according to our press secretary, that plans are on the way to ensure that these people, be welcome into their homes, where they will be placed, where someone will be lodged. I think they are working on that, but we also have to see reason. They are citizens of the country as well. And if another country, deported your citizen, there should be a strong,
Other countries are sending plea for their citizens.
Yeah, other countries are
sending plea. They say, pack our citizens, just put in the plea and bring it. We don't. In Liberia, we don't have it because of stealing and corruption. Stealing plenty. They're stealing too much in the country. That why we get plea. We don't get nothing. We don't want to take care of our own citizens.
Yeah, we're waiting for them.
I saw a video. The guy didn't say the video. I saw the video. Whether it was tortured or whatever it was, but I saw the guy running. The police went for him,
the man running.
No, man, the way the man pick up speed, they say,
But
the man say, why is Canada, bro? Why you want to go back?
frustrating.
But nobody knew the nationality anyway.
Actually, look for shooting. You left the country. Some of these guys, they were like 2 months. They left this country. They have no idea. I like bro. Somebody got no idea. Somebody never came back home.
Yeah.
Somebody left this country on invitation on slow way. They left. They never cared. Even picking the phone to call family members. Where are they coming? What is the establishment here? How do they going to start the living open? So even if I were in that case, Desmond, he said, my man, you got to go back home. I will run all the way and go have myself somewhere. I don't want to sweat it.
I know.
But that's it.
0770-573-477. You can still put for your calls. We have less than 4 minutes to be here. We talk a lot of things. We talk about the issue concerning Swakoko Dennis purchase of 2 vehicles. One is for Noka and the rest. The other one is for personal use. Let's take this person in. How are you?
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
Well, thanks for asking.
Am I okay now?
Yeah, you are okay. Thanks for asking. Let's hear you.
Sorry, I'm alone in the room. I need a minute.
Okay. Welcome, Dennis.
And I follow your show. I want to say thanks for the elaboration. There are a few things that, for me, are captured. Number one thing is that Liberia has seen how to be a serious country. That's why many things happen. When the president took over, after a few times, he bought like 2 bulletproof vehicles. I don't know what for. So when you look at the official buying of serious car, for me, I don't see that he will have any form of text. Because the former minister of commerce were bought a luxurious car also. He was not paying a lot. He didn't resign and he went by his business. So the point was Noka's boss. I want to know what's Noka's contribution to the national budget because the common person, Eric Johnson, said he was there. They went bankrupt and she said she took responsibility of that. So I don't want to know what is Noka's contribution financially to the national budget or what are they bringing that the director will go and buy 75 votes for the $5,000 car saying that the right car will go for deputy. So I see that the president will not take any action because within 1 week the president celebrated his anniversary and his birthday at the same time at the same day city hall or town hall. The president said that the former president was flying private jet for everything as soon as he takes steps, there's a private jet that is flying. So I see that there will be no repercussion or penalties taken against any law because I will do anything that is against the Liberian people. All I want to say is sorry to the Liberian people because we were saying our pastor will make a mistake for I don't know why the next song that we are going to sing based on all of these corruption, allegations. So Central Bank that went on. That there's a check to conclude. There's a check that went on, or you are accepting the 300 and 75,000 United States dollars just to go and say that to employ another person. If I were the one I'm going to sue the government because it's a sanity of our character, I will take the money and go and sue you for spoiling my reputation by saying I'm a thief. Then you came to settle me. So thank you for the show as I keep following this evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Make care your place every morning and every evening. Say to us, let's talk about country Liberia. 0770-573-477. We owe loyalty to no political institution. We are for all Liberians, and we are here to talk about the ills. If the opposition are doing the wrong thing, we will talk it. When the government doing the wrong thing, we will talk it. That's why we owe loyalty to no political institution. One political institution in the country can put their hand on and say they're all own our station or they're all supporting. No. We are an independent group of people. That is what we are. Kia Radio 95.9. So it is exactly 10 minutes to news time, and we have to prepare for the news. So let's hear you quickly, my brother. Let's get your parting comments. Just 30 seconds quickly, my dear brother.
Yeah, thank you. We actually we are here providing you those information for your listening, and this is where we stand with no fear and no favor. We will bring you as it unfolds within our republic. Liberia, again, we have to work to ensure that this country prevails. And I can say to you that this country will not win. So we all will not help to destroy this country. You and I can also help to make this country a better Liberia. Today, let's say no to corruption and let's see how best we can develop our country. Look at other areas, major areas, key priorities areas, and bring them under the spotlight. Let's discuss that and see how best we can find we can remedy some of these situations. Join us tomorrow. My name is Calvin Gray. Thank you.
Calvin Gray there, and of course, thank you all of you for following us live on Kia Network and also following us via the radio. We are very grateful to always have you as a partner. Tomorrow is another day. I'll leave you with this Afrobeat, and of course, it's going to take us home. Until then, I love you. I'll keep the peace of our country. I'm out of here, but to be back on tomorrow. Same